Hello, and I am so excited to welcome you back to another episode of Genuine Podcast. I have a special guest sitting next to me today, and if you can see, I am so excited to introduce you to Kassie. Welcome to the Genuine Podcast.
I'm so happy to be here.
So Kassie and I got to meet last year when I was fortunate enough to photograph her senior portraits. It was such a good time, wasn't it?
It was so fun.
You know what though? It's never a dull moment with you and your family.
Oh, good.
I learned that, and I think anybody who knows you can probably agree, right?
I hope.
Yeah, so it was a really good time and beautiful pictures, one of my favorite sessions. And so that's how we got connected. And when Kassie and her mom found out that I was doing this podcast, they reached out and said, hey, listen, we've got this story that we think we should share with your female audience, and we believe that this could potentially help girls in the future, or perhaps help them right now. And so after we got talking for a little bit, I just realized that this was absolutely something that needed to have a light shined on it. And so here we are today. Kassie, and I know that was really vague, but I'm going to let Kassie do a little talking here. So Kassie, if you will introduce yourself to everybody, and please just go right into it and let's start talking, okay?
All right. I'm Kassie. I'm 18 and I'm a senior in high school. I went through a traumatic experience when I was 11 years old to age 13 years old. Unfortunately, one of my cheer coaches ended up being a sexual predator, and I unfortunately was the target. He pretty much just stalked me for a year and a half, made my life awful, and tried to make me out to be what he wanted me to be at that age, which was extremely inappropriate and extremely traumatizing. And that's kind of the rundown of it, and thankfully that's not a thing anymore, and he is gone, and that is out of my life, and yeah.
All right, so we have a lot to unpack here.
We do. It's a lot.
Okay, so first of all, this is a very serious issue, and I think we're being a little giggly about it just because you are at a good place now.
I am.
And so I want to just make sure that that is clear to you while you're listening, that this is not a light giggly thing. It's just that Kassie's in a really good place and is able to speak about it in a very calm, anxiety-free way. So, all right, so with that said, but you said something that's really, really eye-opening. This was from 11 to 18 years old.
11 to 13.
Oh, excuse me. 11 to 13. Okay, then I misunderstood. Sorry. So 11 to 13.
Yes.
You're 18 now.
I'm 18 now.
That's probably where I got misunderstood. Okay, so 11 to 13 years old. That is young.
Yes, I was a baby.
That is middle school.
Mm-hmm.
That is insane.
It was crazy.
And I think for 11 to 13 year olds, if you are 11 to 13 and you're listening, listen up. Just listen up and listen to Kassie, because when you're in middle school, it is very scary to have an uncomfortable encounter with another adult and then be able to tell someone about it.
Yes, for sure.
And even to identify if it's wrong or not. Because I think when we're in middle school, right, we think, oh, it's us.
Yes, for sure.
So can you kind of take us back a little bit to your mentality and maybe be a little specific about what was going on?
Yes. So it wasn't really a situation that I could avoid when I was first approached by him, simply because I was his teammate and was in the same stunt group as him. So there was no getting around it. He got my number from a team group chat, so he had easy access to reach out to me and get to know me and do whatever he wanted to do. And as an 11-year-old, I had no idea what this was. I thought it was just my teammate reaching out. I thought it was my teammate, trying to be a teammate. And unfortunately, it escalated way farther than that. And that wasn't really my fault. And at the time, as an 11-year-old, you think that it is your fault. Like, a lot of the time I was thinking, did I buy my practice wear one size too small to where he came after me because I looked bad in it? Or like, did I say something that made him come after me? But like, what you learn when you go through this process is that it's not you. They pick you just because when they think to do it, you're just the first person they see, and they come after you, and it has nothing to do with you, what you're wearing, what you're doing, none of that. So I had to learn a lot over time that it wasn't anything I did, anything I was wearing, anything I said. It was all him,
100%.
not me.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me here today. If you want to listen to the full podcast episode, then head to Apple Podcasts. You must subscribe to this channel so that you can get all of the other future clips headed your way. And then, of course, share this with your friends so that they can hear all of the good, encouraging, inspiring, and positivity that came from all of these clips that you watched. And leave a comment. I read everything. I'd love for you to tell me what you loved about the episode, what really resonated with you. Maybe you want to talk about the topic a little bit further. Anything you want to say, put it in the comments and let's talk. And then, of course, we can connect further at my website, melissa@melissalynnhunt.com, or my most favorite place to be, Instagram @melissalynnhunt. I cannot wait to talk to you soon.